Games obviously was a great time for me. Final event, 30 reps, 155 squat, clean and jerk, and I think I was in 8th place going into that final event. A thruster was allowed, so they called it a squat, clean and jerk, but the rule was, you didn't have to pause at the jerk. So I was starstruck, man. We had there was Dutch back there at the time. He was all over the main site. You had OPT, you had Chris Spieler, you had, all these guys, and just, it was intimidating. The funniest part was everybody was wearing Olympic lifting shoes, and I didn't really even know what they were at the time. And I was just wearing like Nike Frees, which were at the time my favorite shoe. And that was kind of like the awe, like what stood out to me the most was like, these guys were a totally different level than me, and then just went out there and had a good time. I thrusted it the whole time and ended up winning that event in about 2:40 or so. So that was a great time for me.
I came in here to brief the top 10 competitors, and I'm looking at everybody and I see Jason standing there. And I look at him and I did a double take. I didn't want to say, hey, I don't think you belong in here, but that's almost what I wanted to say.
No one had this on film, I don't think. Am I wrong? No one got it on film, so.
Jason Khalipa, CrossFit Games champion! Jason Khalipa, ladies and gentlemen, the 2008 CrossFit Games champion! Jason Khalipa!
This is the happiest I've ever been, so it's a great time for me. If I hadn't have won, who knows? Winning the CrossFit Games in a life changed my life, so it's hard for me to say the difference, because winning that sparked a whole bunch of other stuff that's not just CrossFit Games related, and so it just changed everything. At the time, I was in limbo of what I wanted to do for my life. I graduated from a good school with a good degree, but I didn't really know what I want to do. I want to go in the professional realm and go to finance, or if I want to go open up a gym. And at the time, I was working at a CrossFit gym with Austin and in Milpitas. Winning the CrossFit Games really finally just was the last nail in the coffin, just made me say, screw it. I'm going to go out and I'm going to go open up a gym, and we're just going to see what happens. And here we are now. So it affected my life in more ways than you could think about,
Day in the life with Jason Khalipa.
She's got this bad boy in.
Badass prowler.
I'll bring it back now. I'll bring it back now. I'll bring it back now.
I wouldn't call myself an avid runner. Some guy was wearing a shirt, it says running sucks, and that's exactly what I think about it.
You wouldn't say you run like a gazelle, then?
More like a deer.
More like a deer? Because I know a lot of people look at you as like the California bear.
Yeah, maybe I'm more like a bear.
Yeah.
And
A lean bear.
A lean bear. Anything over 400 meters, I'm hurting.
Jason Khalipa came down looking like crap, came around the corner, collapsed. We don't know what happened, but it's not looking good.
I was getting married the weekend after. That's what I remember, because I was looking forward to that so much, and I was looking forward to the game so much. I had a lot of stress because I was a previous winner. And first event, kind of bonked. I didn't really I really bonked. Finished 72nd out of 75, and then ended up performing really well on the rest of the workout.
I wouldn't, good money I don't think is on him right now.
Jason Khalipa, 11:29, new time to beat.
And came through and ended up 5th. But more importantly than 5th was winning the Spirit of the Games award. That was a big deal. That was a huge deal for me. I consider myself, that's one of my most favorite accomplishments, is winning that.
First in the 2008 CrossFit Games. 5th in the 2009 CrossFit Games. Jason Khalipa.
Jason Khalipa entering the arena.
I don't think I should have won the CrossFit Games 2010. I don't. Don't even think I should have been top 5, but I think I should have been top 10 if I hadn't made a few errors. And this year, just hoping to fix all those up and try it again.
I think he likes to come from behind. That must be it. He's got a history of having a tough first event.
I feel like the way the events fell, I feel like I'm well-rounded, but I feel like some of the events were more catered towards different athletes. And I think, Graham and Chris, a couple of those guys who are better at some of the gymnastic style movements, we're able to just get away from people such as myself. You know, I think everybody in that top 20 is all, on any given day, there's 20, 30 athletes in the world that can win the CrossFit Games. I feel very strongly about that statement. I think it just depends on how they're doing that day, and then what the events are slightly skewed towards. Obviously, the events are going to be well-rounded, obviously. But if they have a slight influence one way or the other, it could determine who the top guys are because the margin of error is so small. I think the Open is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in sports. It's totally inclusive. I go on Facebook and I have some friends on Facebook. Most 90% of them are CrossFitters, and it's all good. And I go on there and sometimes I look at news feeds and stuff. It's just like every day someone's like, you know, PR'd WOD, you know, Open WOD 1 or whatever. It's just so cool because like maybe they're like 10,000th place, but it doesn't matter. They're still out there and they're doing their best, and they're on Facebook chatting up their friends about how they PR'd by 10 box jumps. It's awesome to see. So I'm thrilled with the Open, and I think it's good for the sport, it's good for CrossFit, it's good for everybody involved. It's a little different for me because it's not like, oh, this workout, I'm gonna win the CrossFit Game. You know, if this came up like final event CrossFit Games, okay, yeah, I'm really stoked. With this, it's just like, it's another day of training, but I really want to perform well. And I was happy to see it come up just to compare myself to other people, but not as happy as I would be if this was at the CrossFit Games, I'll put it that way. We have Rick, Alex, and Jaime.
Okay.
All trainers here at CrossFit Santa Clara and then CrossFit Mountain View. I was like in 30th. In NorCal, I dropped down to 6th. I was in first for a while, but I didn't do so well on that last work. I only did it once, and so I was just over it. I'm trying not to get too caught up in it because, again, like what some other guys are saying, it's like I'm not training for the CrossFit Games Open. I'm training for the regionals and eventually or I'm really training for the games. Five minutes, 300 seconds, right? Just go, you know. I would love to say I could have paced it better. The only thing I regretted from that workout right now was that I should have started jerking earlier. I was thrusting too much and then ending up shoulder pressing too much. That was a bad thing. I tried to jerk it, but my technique was failing on me. And so that's something now that just got a little magnifying glass on it. I need to fix it. But I would have started to jerk earlier, so my shoulders didn't burn out as much and I didn't have to go so slow through like that pressing stage. Because I had nothing more out of my legs, so I couldn't thrust it. I ended up doing like a front squat shoulder press, which I shouldn't have been doing at 165.
Like this.
So you've got to go that much higher every time?
Yeah.
Now, are you on your tippy toes, though? I think...
Oh, he's on Olympic lifting shoes! Fine. This is ridiculous. Unheard of. Just want the world to know. That sounds bad. You have long ass arms, dude. Oh, what are you doing? You're doing this shit here.
I'm just getting active shoulders.
Yeah, either way, we're both cheating.
I do have long arms though.
You have long arms.
I have shorter legs, long arms.
Would you consider yourself more of a gorilla or a bear?
Based on the new facial hair, this, by the way, this is the baby beard. The baby beard. Baby's coming in anywhere from right now to 3 weeks from now. So it depends on how thick the beard gets, but I don't know. Gorilla or bear? Whatever you think, Heber.
Gorilla.
Gorilla?
Bearilla, but a hybrid.
Had nothing left. My legs were just shot. My jerk, I should have started jerking better earlier. Trying to muscle it. And then my technique was breaking down so much I couldn't even jerk when I wanted to. That was a hell of a workout. Wow. The difference between 155 and 165 is pretty big.
Alright, let's turn it up. On tracks this time, they can burn it up. One if by land, now two by sea. 3 MCs on the
Go, get up!
40!
Go, Rick.
Go, 5 seconds!
41!
Get the clean, Jason! Wow. Woo. Holy shit. Wow. That really hurt. It really hurt. Wow.
Shit ain't easy, man.
What do you want to talk about now?
It's breathing so much. 26.
That was really hard.
Good chat.
I think that was heavy. 5 minutes of 165 squat clean and jerk? Hell yeah, that's heavy. If it was regular clean and jerk, I think it would have been a little bit different. But have thrown that squat in there and giving a time cap, which is brutal. 82 score, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that was a lot. I feel like I put in all effort. Am I gonna do it again? I don't know, I doubt it. That was a lot of hurt. But it's hella fun doing these events because you have to compare yourself to other people, which is awesome. I'm kind of hairy.
Kind
Do you see that?
I've seen your back hair. I don't need to see your
I got some
forearm.
back hair going. Now keep in mind, this is fresh. This is untrimmed, pure quality, grade A hair.
It only comes off in July.
It only comes off in July for the games.